Persons Unknown's sudden cancellation left many questions unanswered, with viewers wondering what could have been. However, in an interview, executive producer Remy Aubuchon gave a rare glimpse into what happened behind the scenes, as well as their plans for season 2 and beyond. Aubuchon explained that the characters were trapped in a giant Skinner box, based on B.F. Skinner's behavioral theories, designed to modify individuals' behavior. The program kidnapped people with the potential for great good or evil and attempted to turn them toward good. When the process failed, the program resorted to eliminating them, eventually becoming corrupt and self-destructive. He remarked that leading up to the season finale, there was a strange marketing push. Many viewers suspected the show wouldn't return, so they hoped for answers. That's because the show premiered just a month after Lost ended, and audiences were still reeling from that show's unsatisfying conclusion. Promos even teased that most of the mysteries would be resolved, but that wasn't the case. Aubuchon said season 2 would have focused on finding and rescuing the characters, escaping the town, and taking down the shadowy organization behind it all. Later seasons were intended to reveal whether Madame Director had sabotaged the program herself and whether Janet would become a key player in destroying the organization, dubbed the Mansfield Institute. Over time, key mysteries, like whether the character's escape was orchestrated or accidental, would have been answered. Unfortunately, Aubuchon's vision was not to be. While reviews of the show were largely negative, it did have some positives. It made great use of international locations, a benefit of being co-financed by Mexican and Italian production studios. As for the acting, while some reviews criticized the performances, Chadwick Boseman and Candice McClure, Erica, stood out, even though their screen time was limited. Jermaine and Kat, played by Gerald Kidd and Lola Guadini, despite their somewhat far-fetched storyline, never dialed it in. The show did have some weaknesses, though. Persons Unknown could feel incoherent at times. There was the Lost-style mystery, a Stephen King-like focus on archetypes choosing between good versus evil, and finally there was a Scooby-Doo-esque mystery chase with Jermaine and Kat. While any of these ideas could have worked on their own, blended together, they made the show feel tonally inconsistent, like we were watching 3 different shows. The central romance between Janet and Joe started well, but was ultimately problematic. The scene in the cabin of her gently blowing the bee off his cheek is a sublime moment of characterization, showing us that she's a caring mother and has a gentle fondness for Joe. But after Joe's reveal, it's just impossible to imagine she'd have feelings for someone who kidnapped and lied to her. That she would overlook how he took her away from her daughter and actually have romantic feelings for him is simply inconceivable. And it's hard to be interested in them as a couple when Joe's complicity is so reprehensible. The other characters felt underdeveloped. Rather than learning about their deep inner emotional struggles, we were just presented surface-level backstories through Joe's dossiers. After a few episodes, many of them seemed to lose the will to escape, making their arcs stagnant and uninteresting. Finally, the Jermaine and Kat storyline. In a multiverse where this is an AMC show, this storyline would involve an FBI agent investigating the disappearances, while clues slowly reveal that they're linked to the highest levels of the government. But in our multiverse, this is a Scooby-Doo storyline of getting chased and captured over and over again, with dubious emotional beats, including Jermaine's unexplained sudden devotion to his daughter. As a proxy for the audience, this couple should be finding more information about the organization, yet most of the time we're just waiting to see if they can catch up to what we, the audience, already knows. It's hard to deny that the show had potential, with its eerie atmosphere and intricate mysteries. But much like the characters trapped in the giant Skinner box, the plot never broke free. It struggled to balance its lofty ambitions with clear direction, leaving viewers lost in a maze of unanswered questions. The promise of escape and transformation was there, but in the end, the show, much like its characters, remained ensnared in the very mystery it sought to unravel. We hope you enjoyed this recap of Persons Unknown. Make sure you subscribe to this channel to see more breakdowns of single-season shows. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, we'll save a seat for you at the Shanghai Palace.